All right, it is 12/12. It is the second Sunday of the month, and that means that today we had the antiques market. I know a lot of subscribers I got recently. My coin videos have been really successful. I'm up to 87 subscribers now, which is really cool. I'd like to get up to 100, so I'm gonna keep working on that. So I hope in this video I will earn your subscription if you're not already subscribed. So let's talk about the coins first. First, we're gonna look at some 100 yen. We're gonna go backwards in time. We're gonna start with the most recent. So here we have a 100 yen coin. This is 60% silver. Generally, these can be had for a pretty good, decent, not that high premium. I made a video that was actually very popular about common junk silver in Japan, and I talked quite a bit about these coins. So I got a few of these. This one is from Showa 41, so that would be 1966. This was the last year that Japan made silver circulating coins. And they made 97.5 million of them, and I actually have a few from that year. It was one of the bigger years for production. All right, here we have the year before, Showa 40. Showa. I still keep telling myself I need to make a video about reading the dates on Japanese coins. So this would be 1965, and they made 62.5 million this year. Now I have two year 34 100s. I thought I grabbed a 34 and a 39, but I probably just wasn't paying attention, or I accidentally put it back because I was trying to grab a nicer example for each year he had. So this was actually the first year of this design. First year of this design, 60%. Before this, they had a design with a phoenix on it. This is the most common of these coins. They made 110 million in 1959. So 1959 and 1966, those 2 years, they made the most of that design. All right, now we're actually skipping a ways back in history. We're going back to before World War II. This is another coin I covered on common junk silver in Japan. This is a 50 sen. So these ones were 60% silver. This one was 72% silver. This one is from 12 Showa, so that would be 1937. They made 40 million of these. Showa. It's not focusing yet, Showa. And then the last one of the junk silver, going a little further back, same design, same purity, 72%, but this one's from the Tasho era. So this would be Tasho 11, very convenient. For us here, 11, Tasho. Once again, 72% silver. They made 76.3 million of these. This was the first year of this design in purity. Before this, they had a different 50 sen coin that had more silver. Yeah. With Japanese coins, debasement is a very, very common theme here. All right. Here we have a bujin. So this is one bu. It's made out of silver. A bu is 1/4 of a real in the old monetary system. So this is pre-Meiji period. This is the Edo period. I showed off an older one of these from the Tempo period in a different video that I got. So what happened, once again, is debasement. The Tempo ones were 8.66 grams, and they were 99.1% silver. So this one from the Ansei period, this one is 8.62 grams and is 87.3% silver. So it's smaller and less pure. this would be a pattern. They would keep getting less and less pure. This was made from 1859 to 1868 with a mintage of about 11.3 million. All right, next up, moving away from the coins, we have a tsuba. So this is actually part of a katana. So this was the guard, so your hand's here, so the other person can't cut your hand so easily. It protects your hand. Because of the way the katana is constructed, you can take it apart and you could put on a new guard, new tsuba. Now here, some models, they would put a knife through here, so you could also carry a knife that way. Generally, this is actually kind of got a really neat pattern on this one, which is part of the fun of them. Is that the way the blade is made is the blade would go here. Now, it's meant to be held this way, so when the sword's drawn and it's pointed at you, it's actually going to be upside down. But at that point, you probably don't care because someone's pointing a sword at you. But when it was in the sheath, because they were carried blade up, you'd be able to see the artwork, and it would look really pretty. Tachi were carried blade down. They're a little older. They kind of fell out of use and were replaced by the katana, which was carried blade up. Also, the pins are different on the tachi, so the handle would be different because they would have a longer tang, and I guess a lot of them, when tachi fell out of favor, they were cut down and made shorter, and so even sometimes the signature of the actual artist who made the blade would be lost. This one has a cool ocean scene on one side, and looks like like a temple. You have the hemp rope. Looks like there's the sun. Maybe these are clouds or mountains. I feel like they're mountains, but they almost look like waves themselves. But I traditionally went with, they're clouds, mountains, the sun. Now, as far as when this was made, could be Edo period at the latest, I feel like. However, from my understanding, the little research I did is that they actually continued to make them into the Meiji period, even after, people stopped carrying around swords, because if your lifestyle and your trade is making swords and parts for swords, what else are you going to do? And I guess a lot of them, the retainers, would, keep their swords and they stayed at their house, is I guess quite a few of them, these former samurai, would basically buy really fancy, nice-looking accompaniments for the blade because you're not really going to use it anymore. And also because they could be swapped out, that meant that if you were someone in this time period and you carried swords because you were a samurai, you could have multiple tsuba that you could use. So maybe if you were rich and powerful, you were a dynamo, a high-ranking samurai, you probably had some very, very beautiful ones. You see them with gold plating, silver, very, very complex designs. And then you had other ones that were much more simple. This one's kind of in the middle. Found it for a decent price. I'm not sure of its validity and whether it's real or not, but I like it. It's cool, and I kind of wanted one. But I wasn't willing to shell out serious money for like a really, really, really nice one. So I feel like it's cool. It's a neat representative. I would love like a historical katana, but guess what? They're expensive, and that's not going to happen unless my YouTube really takes off and I start making a lot of money through YouTube. So I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, next up. These ones are kind of cool. So what this is, because the camera effect, it looks like it's bowled in. So it's actually a bowl. Sake cup. Sake cup. So basically these were for the Imperial Army. A lot of these were private purchased or, given as gifts. About being in the army. Sometimes people would get them for years of service or certain campaigns. They're pretty cool. You find them occasionally. I had one person who I was looking at them, and it was pretty clearly he didn't want to sell something like this. It was a little weird that a foreigner was looking at this, and I don't know. The guy I bought this from, though, he didn't care. But I've had people, like, when I look at it and they see, like, because I kind of find propaganda and that sort of stuff interesting. I've had a few sellers that start to look at me weird when I'm looking at that stuff. This one's actually a set of 3, so these were actually 200 yen each. I've seen them for 500, but that was pretty cheap. So I bought the set. There's 3 with the same pattern. You know, large, medium, small. And then I just kind of liked this design with the rising sun flag and the chrysanthemum mon, which is, you know, the imperial symbol. I don't know enough about these, and I only did like basic research. I just picked these ones because I liked the design and thought they were cool and kind of an interesting representation, particularly the set of 3 that I just got them. I know that you can really get into, and they can tell you a lot. There's ones for specific campaigns, specific wars, specific battles, specific units. Yeah. I think this one is for... This is an anniversary set, I guess. And then the last thing I got was just a box. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the camera. Pottery books, used for, you know, storing and selling pottery. I live near Mashiko, so of course, super cheap, 200 yen. I'm gonna use it for storing coins. All right, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Some interesting coins, particularly the Edo period ones, part of a sword, and some Imperial Japanese army stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment about why you like it, and since you can't hit the dislike button anymore, if you didn't like it, leave me a comment to tell me why you didn't like it. If you enjoy what I do and you find this interesting, please hit the subscribe button too, because I'd like to reach 100 subscribers. See you in the next one.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like